The nature versus nurture debate continues in the realm of Sigma males. Are they born, or are they made? While this question remains unresolved, one common thread runs through the stories of Sigmas, a childhood marked by certain difficulties or hardships that have contributed significantly to their formation. Many Sigmas can trace back their characteristics of deep introspection and fierce independence to experiences from their formative years. Oftentimes, these men have weathered darker and tougher times during their childhood, experiences that have molded them into the resilient, self-sufficient individuals they are today. Life's trials can either break a person or shape them, and for Sigma males, these challenges have unquestionably played a pivotal role in forging their distinctive identity. The tribulations they faced and overcome have not only made them survivors, but also granted them a depth of understanding and strength that defines their unique persona. They are the diamonds formed under pressure, emerging from their struggles with a resilience and wisdom that sets them apart. So, what are some of the adversities and troubles that many Sigma males have endured in their early developmental years? Well, in this video, I'll be discussing 7 childhood struggles of Sigma males. Number 1. They asked a lot of questions that nobody could answer. Sigma males often show signs of their distinctive personalities from an early age, displaying an innate and intense curiosity that sets them apart from normal kids. As children, they're likely to pepper their elders with a constant stream of profound and difficult questions, often leaving the adults in their lives scratching their heads for answers or ways to explain them. It's not just the depth of their questions that astounds, but also the sheer volume. They are trying to understand the nature of the reality they exist within early on. Unfortunately, the constant barrage of questions leaves many of their elders drained and even annoyed, as they don't feel the necessity in explaining the intricacies of every little thing that the young Sigma is trying to understand. This unfortunately leaves many of their questions unanswered, leaving them with a lingering hunger for knowledge that only they can satisfy. This early introduction to the frustrating but thrilling process of seeking answers independently often sets the foundation for their future investigative and self-driven learning habits. The need to find answers and unravel the truth on their own fuels their exceptional research skills and further nurtures their deep-seated curiosity, shaping them into the introspective, truth-seeking men. Number 2. They've always felt strange and different. In their youth, Sigma males often grapple with a sense of being different or off in comparison to their peers. This vague, yet persistent, feeling of being an outsider can be challenging and isolating. They might struggle to put a finger on what exactly sets them apart, but this innate sense of divergence can leave them feeling misunderstood and disconnected from those around them. Accepting this difference can be a difficult process for a young Sigma. The adolescent years are typically a time when conformity feels safest, and standing out can be daunting. However, the turning point often arrives when they learn to accept and ultimately embrace their uniqueness. It is when they finally understand that being different doesn't equate to being less, but rather opens up a whole new realm of possibilities and strengths. Embracing their divergent nature is the key that unlocks their potential, leading them to thrive in their own unique ways and crafting the self-assured, introspective adults they grow into. Number 3. They've had to learn to fend for themselves. Many Sigma males learn the hard lesson of self-reliance at a young age. Often, life presents them with experiences that underscore the cold truth that the only single person they can always count on is themselves. This lesson, while harsh, comes as they face numerous disappointments and letdowns from those they look up to during their formative years. The challenge becomes a matter of sink or swim, and these young Sigmas, by necessity, become adept swimmers. This aspect of their upbringing can certainly paint a darker picture, as they might not have had the guidance of appropriate role models to navigate life's turbulent waters. While these experiences might be difficult, they shape these individuals into the self-sufficient, resilient beings they become. The shadows of their past forge them into men who can weather any storm and find their path, creating the distinctive, independent character of the Sigma male. Number 4. They were forced to grow up quickly. Sigma males often carry the weight of early maturity, largely due to navigating through life's adversities and coping with tragedies at a young age. The hardships they endure, as difficult as they might be, accelerate their personal development and lead them to gain insights into life that others their age might not possess. They learn through these trials that dwelling on the past serves little purpose. Instead, they understand the importance of focusing on the future and proactively shaping their destiny. This necessity to look ahead and rise above their circumstances hastens their growth, and as a result, even young Sigma males may exhibit a degree of maturity and wisdom that doesn't fit their age. Whether it's losing a parent early on, or having to take on parental duties due to absent or neglectful parents, these young Sigmas are forced to take on big responsibilities early on, which eventually shapes them into the intense men that they are today. Number 5. They lacked a normal household. Sigma males often have their roots in what society would deem as broken households. The environments they grow up in may be filled with challenges that others couldn't imagine, such as broken families, toxic surroundings, or poverty. Each of these difficult circumstances presents its unique set of obstacles that the young Sigma has to navigate through. These adversities compel them to adapt and improvise, thus honing their problem-solving skills at a young age. It's in the crucible of these struggles that they cultivate their unconventional methods and approaches to life. They become adept at thinking on their feet, ready to face whatever comes their way. This necessity to survive and overcome adversity shapes their unique approach to handling situations, marking the Sigma male's way of life as distinctly different from the norm. Number 6. They had to learn how to control their frustration with the world. Sigma males are no strangers to the inequities of the world. The harsh realities of life often become apparent to them at a tender age, leading to an understandable resentment and frustration. But within this murky whirlpool of emotions exists what some might describe as an inner monster, a potent, seething energy that, if left unchecked, can lead to detrimental effects. However, an essential part of the Sigma's journey is learning to tame this internal beast, to channel that energy into productive pursuits. In the process, they come to accept the uneven hand that life has dealt them. Crucially, this acceptance is not a concession of defeat, but rather a profound realization. They are not victims of their circumstances. This liberating understanding empowers them to regulate their emotions, face the harsh realities of life with composure, and continually strive towards creating their own paths, independent of the unfair obstacles that life may throw at them. People who complain about life not being fair tend to have a victim mentality, which in the grand scheme of things does nothing for them but make them more miserable. Sigmas accept that life is not fair and do what they can to increase their odds of good things happening to them. Number 7. They had a difficult time adjusting to the structure of society. Sigma males, often from a young age, exhibit an innate resistance to the rigid societal structures and norms, including the traditional education system. This defiance is not due to any lack of intelligence. Rather, it can be attributed to their unique cognitive architecture, which may not necessarily align with the one-size-fits-all approach that pervades many aspects of society, particularly schooling. Conventional school settings, with their heavy emphasis on conformity and standardized learning methodologies, can prove to be less than ideal environments for these young Sigmas. Their creative and divergent thinking patterns often clash with the rote learning and strict compliance demanded by many educational institutions. Therefore, while many Sigma males have a thirst for knowledge and a natural aptitude for understanding complex ideas, they may not thrive or feel motivated in traditional academic environments. This struggle, however, is not indicative of their potential, but rather a critique of a system that struggles to accommodate those who learn and think differently. Do you agree with the points I made in this video? Let me know in the comments. For more videos on Sigma males, check out some other videos on this channel. Thank you for watching.